do. Are we ready?
Rolling.
All right. I'm going to present some recent discoveries I've made in a subject I've been working on for a long time. When I was still in high school, I got a hold of Sir James Fraser's book, The Golden Bough. And basically, he showed how many of the early religions were all about a story, and that the characters were a very limited set of characters, and they have many different names around the world. And that it was basically the annual story of the solar hero who was born and died every year. And that, in addition to that, there was a great mother goddess. And very frequently, she was, we have this phrase, the three faces of Eve. Well, in all these early religions, the goddess had three forms. She was the virgin, the mother, and the crone. And everybody in those days knew who their mom was. Hardly anybody would know who their father was. And it was in that sense matriarchal, and that the home and the hearth belonged to the mother. And when the young boys got old enough to go out on their own, that's what they did. They went out on their own and found some other family to live with who also had a home. And property passed down through the women, basically. And the temples, of which one of my interests here in temples is that it's the early architecture of these temples is extremely sophisticated. And it also turns out that there's a very sophisticated music theory involved in these early cultures. And it turns out that arithmetic and geometry and music and astrology were even in the times of the Greeks, that was the quadrivium. And that was the four subjects that they said were always true. Geometry, mathematics, music, and astronomy or astrology, which really was astrology in those days, are always true. And the whole idea behind the astrological aspect of this is that to all these early people, history was cyclical in a monthly, yearly, and larger expanses of time. And so you had repeating cycles. The night sky was a giant clock face. And the interaction of the sun and the moon and Venus and Mars and the visible planets, of which there were 5 planets, and the sun and the moon, so there was always 7. And 7, various numbers became very sacred during this era, and it was because number really developed out of geometry. The beginning of mathematics is all about geometry, and that's what these guys are